Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode of the Zambaland podcast. I'm your host, GNL Zamba, and the G is for greatness, right? On my right is Mr. The beard has even grown, so we can't call him the beard now, whichever. We're not talking about James Harden here, but we're talking about the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Green Amani, the Mfalume himself. And then on the extreme right, I'm having the Ijakite from Teso.
Beard mate.
The
Beard gun.
Kabaka yabaganye, ni Katikiro yabaganye okuzimbia ebirevu.
Katikiro, it's because he doesn't have.
Ban. Katikiro is talking about people's beards because he failed to grow.
Yeah, of course.
Put some respect on my guy's name.
Trump told M that it took him, is it how long to grow a beard when they were going back and forth? So
okay. Yeah, so CPM, do you think CPM had a point?
Yeah, he did have a point.
Uh-huh.
The point was having a beard when you're not being responsible.
You
get that was his issue.
Because a beard is
He didn't mind
equated
the
with
beard.
responsibility.
Yeah.
What?
You go to the gym, you have
Yes.
like
Hey. Maybe the Katikiro so called in somewhere.
he was in the gym.
Nyama in the gym, and then
my
your
question
beard.
for him
Yes.
about the skinny guys with no beards and they are irresponsible.
You get
Like who?
reckless
Like
guy.
who? Give us examples here.
No, because he was speaking in general. I don't think he was attacking anybody. In
I think
particular.
either refetch D or you, like kind of. Oh yeah.
There's a video of himself in saying
Or maybe he was
Katikiro
sending a
Alimba.
subliminal shot to Eddie Mutwe.
Actually, the timing was funny.
The timing was funny. The timing was a bit funny. Yeah, but we are here. The people with beards got the point. Temuzimbia birevu nakola bunyama mu gym when
temulina
you,
sente.
the content of your character ne sente.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we're talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Zambaland podcast. You can tell ninamuka cold akali yawe kati.
You've not introduced our guy.
Who?
He did. From
I did.
You're
Teso.
just talking beards and then you change the topic. You forgot.
Okay, I was blinded by the beard. Okay, Edimo Collins is in the building with us. Yes. Producer, songwriter, talent manager, except none of his talents have actually ever made it. Have you registered any success?
I don't
We're tired
think-
of calling people these
I don't-
titles when...
But you're here.
I don't.
So you've never
Hold
met
on,
it.
hold on. No,
if he's not my manager, per se,
I
tanesibako.
don't think I've signed any artist before though. Yeah.
Should we?
No,
don't
but
think I've-
Should we speak or we keep quiet?
No, you can speak because I'm also here to defend myself.
We
Please.
can't mention names.
Yeah. No, you can, but I'll explain to you, correct you on whichever name you
From
want.
what I've heard,
Yeah.
is that the people make it after they have left him.
So he prepares them.
But they can't
No,
leave me when
it's
they want.
either he prepares them and does a good job, or he doesn't know what he's doing, and when they land in the hands of the people
Of
who know
the
that,
right people, they blow.
If anyone claims to have
because
ever been signed by me,
if it was one person, you would say but twice.
so how many people? Who and who?
There's a duo which is very successful right now in Uganda. I will not go further.
A
than
duo.
that. There's a duo which is very successful in Uganda.
I think a duo was signed to a friend whom I was
We
trying
don't want
to-
the whole life story. Tell that
Well,
shit to
first you know you are the
Oprah.
one
When
who
you
was
make it on
there.
Oprah, tell Oprah all these stories. First, from what we know and what we see. That's what. But you, at least there are some people who have registered success with you.
There's some.
With some. A few. I mean, you can point out the names and someone will be like, yeah, I know that name, right? But there's a person mentioning names, but they make it only after they have left. That's not a good sign on your house.
Yeah, but also I
Yeah.
stand by my word. I haven't signed anyone. I help
He's now
artists
denying.
generally. I help
Denying
artists generally,
involvement.
so
I
if
can
you
neither
come by my
confirm or
way,
deny.
I help you. You go on
Allegedly.
to,
By the way, people love to claim responsibility for other people's success, but they don't like to claim their failures.
Failures.
if a person ever drove you to a show as an artist, ajagamba oyonze namuvuganga. Ne baba ya just yakuvugako omulundi gumu gokka. Okitegeera.
And he was a hired driver. even.
Kati
He
now
was
when
paid.
they managers, they see somebody after they have toiled and toiled and toiled, like, oh, you're not managing. Okitegeera.
Yeah,
But-
but artists are difficult to manage as well.
I know. Artists are difficult to manage.
Mm.
Yeah. They are. They're really, really, really difficult to manage. But let's go to the easiest, I think, thing to manage. Let me ask you guys who have been with artists before. Let's talk about songwriting. Why is it that some artists make it as songwriters while others fail miserably? And in some houses also, you find that you hear a lyric so whack, right? Or but the song is so bad. But the manager believes in it, the producer believes in it, the artist believes in it, and you're like, "Wanotewali atasa." You get me? Because sometimes when you write something whack, your boys tell you, yotekubye.
Olimbyemu.
Olimbyemu.
Yeah.
Or you're playing it, and somebody's like, this one is not as hard as the other
That's
one.
the other one.
You get me? Like it challenges you to do better,
Yeah.
right? So, guys, let's talk about songwriting, especially our industry of hip hop. Why is people create beautiful bars, by the way, but they have not managed to turn them into songs?
Yeah.
Is that your experience? Is that your observation too?
Yeah, for sure. There are actually so many rappers right now.
Yeah.
You listen to their stuff and you're like, what is it trying to imply?
Mm.
Like they have like bars and the punchlines that it's only either him and his buddies
Mm-hmm.
that can like decipher them.
Yes.
Then we who are not in that circle don't get to understand what they're saying.
Give us an example of an artist.
There's so many. There's even a new song which is going on right now, and that guy is artist. So let me be fair to him. I'm not going to mention his name, but
Actually, this is the new season of the Zambaland podcast. We're not going to be afraid of mentioning names.
we should mention.
None
names.
of you guys can beat us physically.
Should we mention names?
Never mention the names, because if none of these people can go with you toe to toe, you go to the gym, you told Miss Manyoba you have a belt. Mention names.
But you see,
Plus, I'm so sure if you mention these names,
when
it
his
helps
turn
these
to mention
artists
names,
build.
you see how he's going to dodge.
No, it's you help these artists develop, right? But if you keep it hidden, they won't get the message. They will not try to shoot the messenger.
Yeah, but I think we can talk to them behind the scenes, not on camera. You get? Yeah, we'll always tell them. Like,
We'll
"Man,
mention names
this-"
where necessary, where it doesn't hurt the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a new song which is going around.
So how is the person who's watching this podcast or listening to this podcast supposed to know who exactly you're talking about and the topic being discussed without giving examples exactly?
People know.
Like what?
People
Like you're
know.
saying that there's a new
That's
song
why
out
I'm
there.
recording.
Like you're saying there's a new song out there, but I'm so sure that Spotify receives like 1,000 songs a day.
Yeah.
So what song are you talking about?
It's making waves.
It's making waves?
Yeah.
What?
And the comments are there.
Shake it to the
people-
max.
The people are actually even saying, "Man, what's this guy talking about?"
Shake it to the max?
Nah, that's
Eh.
a banger, my guy.
Which one are you talking about now?
How about the songs that have made it but have not made sense?
Okay, give us an example.
I can't remember an example of a song, but I think I remember the lyrics.
Uh-huh.
But I know the artist as well. I may not mention, because I've ever mentioned, you may say.
Guys, if this is the
all
game
the
we're playing
time.
of not mentioning names, if this is a game we're playing of not mentioning names, then I'm not going to play. I'm just going to move on to the next topic.
Yeah. So their thing is, why don't they get like people to like help with the writing, the ghostwriting issue?
You mean rappers
Rappers
getting
have-
ghostwriters?
Yes. Because
Drake
at
has
the end of
one.
the day, man.
Drake has.
At the end of the day, it's not about I'm the best writer. For us out there, we just want to
The
listen
lyrics.
to some dope shit.
Mm.
You get?
But I think the UG Cypher used the cheat code of getting the guys that were on top to to be on the
These
side.
days, guys even use ChatGPT to get lyrics. How come those guys don't even get it?
You're suggesting that rappers use ChatGPT to get whatever.
Yeah, guys write verses using ChatGPT.
You're saying that okay. Cut out bokuba bukubi cut. You're being disrespectful.
Isn't that also like ghostwriting?
AI is a ghostwriter.
AI is a ghostwriter.
Use AI as your ghostwriter.
Yeah. And why is it that the FMCs here, in like most songs, they sound like they're just quarreling? Like most times.
No, just say you don't like how women sound on the microphone.
Maybe their
or
style
to
No,
pull a
guys,
case.
let's go back and let's just pick one song.
Yeah.
Let's play it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, now you're saying it's good that you're saying that. Let's go back and pick one song.
Yeah.
I think a female cipher that I enjoyed. Oh, it was a song or it was a cipher. There was one which was on the album Yego, actually, which was also produced by what's his name? Crack. Actually, Crack, we need you here so we can grill you properly.
Grill you properly.
Grill you properly. Kamule, bwe tuti. I think it had like all female MCs and like some raga people. What was it called?
Guys.
All females, right?
Yeah.
Amanya gaali gegoberera and they all delivered, I think, from what I remember.
Let's go back and break down those lyrics. I'm the best bitch in this. Like you're quarreling. For us, we want to listen. Enjoy the song. Do you get?
Would it be funny if a rapper who is male came and said, I'm the best bitch?
No, like the thing is, why does it have? It's like I don't know what to say. Like most songs, why do they have to like prove a point? Like me, I'm better than all of you guys.
I think
Because that's a cipher.
Why would
I
it
think
be a
that's-
song like have some dope bars that entertain the listener? Not about you proving a point to your
to you,
fellow MCs
what
on the
makes
song.
somebody an exceptional songwriter?
Being able to put out like a core feel that they had without like let it be easy for me to understand. That is one. Let it be easy for me to enjoy. I don't have to like play the song 15 times for me to start liking it. You get it?
Gentleman here was saying he first listens to the beat when the song is playing, but he first concentrates on the
On
beat.
the beat first.
Who was
Then
saying
he
that?
plays it again
Yeah.
You
to
guys.
listen to the rap now, to the lyrics. Then
Yeah.
plays it again to listen. I don't know, maybe to the producer. now.
So, I think the best question we should first have here is,
Yeah.
so for you, the original feeling, you want to hear the feeling of the artist.
The artist, yes. Portray what you want to say, but let it be easy for me to understand.
Okay, if my feeling is anger and I feel like calling all these hugs and hallots
Yeah.
on the same song with me bitches,
Yeah.
isn't that a genuine feeling? Why would you
Yeah,
invalidate
but not
that?
in every song.
It's just a cipher. It wasn't every song.
Are you always angry? And no, the thing that I'm saying is
Yeah.
the FMCs in most of their songs you
Yeah.
listen to, they're always angry.
I don't
That's what
think
I'm
so.
saying.
I don't think Tushi was angry when she was with
With who?
Viboyo and Spider.
Expression.
The males, for them, they also have their own issues.
So who's the best songwriter in Uganda?
Hip hop.
All over. And I'm tired of people separating hip hop as if it's not in Uganda. When I say Uganda, I mean everything.
Because now
That includes rap artists, that includes
Kadongo
that includes everything.
yeah.
Yes. But there's this actually the reason why I'm going off on that is because why don't they include me among Uganda's best artists of all time? Because I'm a rap artist. They want to put me in hip hop only.
They want to
Because
box
I
you.
know that list there. I belong there. Ochegera.
Yeah.
But they only want to be like, hey, now when we're doing hip hop, we consider you know I'm writing better than most of these ninjas.
True.
Ochegera. So I think I need to remind them with another album how good I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need like 3 albums.
Make it 4.
We need Koi Koi 2.0.
Eh?
Yeah.
Okay. So who would you consider a great songwriter? To you, who is a good songwriter? Now, tulabe oba otulimba oba just into your money.
Also,
we also know that very many artists don't write their songs, but the ones we know anyways.
No, we're talking about the songwriters.
The artists who write their songs.
or just
We're talking about the
songwriters in
songwriter.
general.
The song. It's very simple. A songwriter is not a song performer. Song performer is the person who performs the song. Yes.
Songwriters. I think we have the Oman Rafikis. There are many. Ness Henry. Is he still there even? Ness
We
Henry.
asked the guy who are the best writers in Uganda, but he's talking about to them like they're like, oh, Ben, here you. Do you see where the problem
They
lies?
sent Andrew.
To you, those are the best songwriters.
That I know.
Okay, what are the best songs they have written that makes them deserve that accolade?
Oman Rafiki. So.
What did he write?
Oh my God.
Olaba tumukute.
No,
Tumukute.
no, like
These are the guys who criticize artists.
No,
By
these
examples.
guys have. They have so many hits, but I don't listen to that type of music. Me, I listen to only.
So what
rap
makes
and
you think
hip-hop.
that? So tell us what you know, because what?
Okay.
Katotuwade chikwate.
When it comes
You know,
to rap-
if I don't listen to something, right, I'm not going to tell you who is the best in it. Just because, to me that would mean that, yeah.
To me, GNL is the best songwriter.
And now you're just giving me whatever. Olaba rare time to say.
Yeah, but that's...
Yeah.
What song makes GNL
If
the
they
best
don't
songwriter?
give you
where do you want me to start? First album,
second album, third, fourth.
No, all of them. What's your best? I would like to know.
First of all, I told you my best verse was in Chikankane.
Which
I'm a
verse?
certified pimp and I pop my collar. I'm
Collar.
not Jay-Z.
But I can rock
Rap.
this
But I
fella.
can- I was like, if Jay-Z listens to that, he'll be like, yo, need to check him out. You know. Need to look for- yeah.
Okay.
But from Koi
So-
Koi,
yeah.
from, you know,
Speaking vernacular.
Ani Aliamanyi, and when you did Dear Hip Hop, it was just to show how diverse you can be, how dynamic, how, you know, versatile, and basically tell a
It's a song
story.
like Dear Hip Hop. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah,
It was like a love song, but
to hip hop.
you get
Yes.
now. Listen to the other guys and tell me what you hear.
You guys are now trying to make me
No,
an
like-
enemy of the state. You guys are going to try to make me an enemy of the state. I'm here just talking about songwriting.
Facts.
And there are guys who try
And
to
This stuff is out there. Like people listen, people see.
Yeah.
but there are guys who have failed to actually, I don't know, when they compare old generation and new generation, I'm like, the new generation haven't even done anything. It's always about how much are you known, but not how much are you known
It's
for.
about numbers.
Yeah, it's about
How many streams does
popular
that
you
song
are,
have?
how popular you are, and how nice your music is to the people in terms of the sound. But when it's to be analyzed lyrically and, you know, put on a radar to be like, okay,
When you strip it
okay,
down.
when you say, okay, let's get, you know, he's going to, I'm obsessed with Nasty C. Let's get Nasty C's music. Let's get Aries from South Africa. Some of the guys who have been on the cypher, and then Nigeria or wherever. We'll still go back to we'll still go back to the big trills, the, you know, GNLs, you understand, the rules and everything. It's hard to front our new kids right now. I think they either need more time or there is no time left and you need to first come back and show them again the direction so that they... But they're doing well in terms of being famous.
I don't think that's fair, because Jim Nola has some good songs. Okay, after copying my formula.
I was going to ask you who is Jim Nola, but I'm thinking very hard. And
Because for me, I know one song of that guy. And,
Okay.
that was in the Who stuff.
only
So you're saying he has been an upcoming artist for 10 years? For 15 years?
the
Most
thing is,
definitely.
when I
He's
heard
still
that,
upcoming.
when I heard that he was coming at you, I didn't pay attention.
Let me give you another guy. One time I was on Sanyo FM. Not on, but I was listening to Sanyo FM, right?
Yeah.
And I had another artist. And the song was ending, but I caught the last verse, right? And the song was about colors.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a Ugandan MC? Then I tried to Shazam it. I couldn't.
Couldn't find it.
The time was like so brief. Huh? But then somehow, I don't know how the universe does this thing. Like somehow it comes up. And it's this guy called Omutono. You know him?
Yeah.
Prolific, right?
Yeah.
And he has a song called Colors. And I think that song was also well written.
Yeah, it's dope.
Ochirava. So it's unfair to say the young people are not writing at all. Because maybe you're not listening to them.
Now, that
Okay,
is the-
scratch
that-
Jim
that-
Nola.
that-
I'm
that-
just trying to be petty.
Yeah, that's
Right?
that's the other issue.
Yeah.
That the rappers who write well,
Mm.
to some extent, it's like they're not artists. Probably they just do their thing for when they feel like. But we're talking about players in the game who
Mm.
say
Yeah.
that are releasing music and
Consistent.
Okay,
performing.
so
and
the
are
song,
doing
the
this and
song,
that.
the agent, Tewepi Manangel. You don't think that's a good song?
The agent is dope, I think.
You don't think that's a good song, the Tewepi Manangel?
No, it's a dope song, but would you say is like okay? Is among the top 5 new
Can you write
MCs?
a better song while singing about some other thing, not about you competing with me? Eh? Can
Okay,
you,
that's a point.
Yes.
That's a point. Yeah,
can you
that's
sing
a point.
about some other stuff apart from Nkusinga, and then have some
Oh,
bars?
actually,
think that's the
he has a
stage,
song
though.
about the Kabaka's race, right?
Yeah.
Something like that, right?
I think is actually you mentioned the agent. The agent is the one who's trying to really be lyrically good and do like some music, that
Some
you can
commercial
really-
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some commercial stuff, and
Yeah.
Be consistent.
staying true to his art
Mm.
from the start.
Yes.
Yeah, but
So shout outs to the agent. Shout outs to
yeah,
whoever you are.
yeah, but I think new rappers should try to look for some hip hop beats. I know maybe to me still they don't believe in hip hop when they still drop more of the other genre.
Afrobeat.
Mm.
Yeah, when you drop more of that, it becomes confusing.
Recently, a person who was a rapper sent me a song. I didn't know how to react to this, right?
Yeah,
I know this guy as a rapper. I didn't know he had quit rap.
yeah,
Now he's
But
doing-
for some reason, every time we would be talking, he would be throwing like sample shots or some hints.
yeah.
But I wasn't catching them. I only caught them when he sent me his new song, right?
Yeah.
You know the rappers who always say, "Nabe chidandali baba kolachi."
Yeah.
But they're talking to me like I'm the one who's leading the campaign against
ringleader.
the plague of Chidandali. You get me? So this person was dropping. Hey man, guys, I was talking about a Chidandali. This is a Chidandali. What did Chidandali do to you? I'll just let that shit pass. But then when he sent me his new song, I was like, oh, this explains it. Judas was about to betray Jesus Christ and do this Chidandali thing. No wonder. He was defending the Chidandali guys.
Yeah.
Let me explain Chidandali. As a rapper, let me explain what Chidandali is or what it is to a person like me who is like so culture, also
So
hip
in
hop.
tune with your culture.
And to understand this example, you need to have watched Lord of the Rings. No, not Lord of the Rings. Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
So you have Jon Snow at the border.
The
Night's Watch on the wall. Ayambala black and akwata sword.
Paul, yeah.
The only reason Jon Snow is at the wall is to separate two worlds. There is wildlings on the north and King's Landing, abali mugundi, the dominion of the kingdom. Ochiraba. So, I believe we as rappers who love this game, the wildlings always want to. The wildlings, they live free. They have freedom, by the way. Zibere yo wagulu bera nebisolo. They are running around killing each other. You know, like baine gali. Check it. Like there's a lot of violence going on there.
Hey, they have their own.
They survive. By the way, they survive. They do their thing. Now, it is forbidden for a person to come from this side of the wall and cross over to the other side. Those are the rules. And it's also very forbidden a person from the other side
Side to come.
to cross over to this other side. Which take it. So we as rappers who are original, who are guardians of the culture, it is our duty to remind people when a beat is not hip hop and when it is hip hop. Because if you let people just take even an inch of that, then there's no more culture.
Yeah.
There's no more
Ochiraba.
boundary.
Then there's no more
for sure.
boundary that separates the rap, hip hop, the kingdom of hip hop, from Kidandali. Because they all live on the same ground. It's all Uganda,
Yeah,
right? But we operate by very different rules.
true.
Which they get. But because it's so easy to live like a wildling, so many people from this side of the kingdom want to cross over and then say we are all what? Tuliwamu.
Yeah.
Which they get. So that's how I see it. It's the same way we used to quarrel with people who's when people were still fighting to distinguish what's hip hop and rap, the difference. Though they are the same. Rap, you can rap on a ragga beat. You can also rap on a hip hop beat.
But that
And
doesn't
rap
mean
is a
that's hip-hop.
subsection of this, so it's confusing for simple brains
For
to
most people.
understand.
Yeah.
Why is this different? And my example always was basketball batebe sangalo, right?
And handball.
Ne handball batebe sangalo. But ne netball batebe sangalo. But they are very
They're
different
different.
sports with very different rules.
Yeah, true.
Ochiraba. Just because it looks the same does not mean that it is the same. But if you let most of these people just run wild with their chifanagananga wechiti chikubanga wechiti, that's how you find people doing travel in basketball. Akuta kapira dukada ko ono si rugby.
Yeah.
There's a difference why there's a reason why these genres are separated. Now, it's not to say that one cannot be versatile. You get me? You can be versatile.
Or
You can do this,
fuse a
you
little.
can do that, you can do that, you can fuse, you can do whatever it is. But just don't confuse the wananchi when you call handball, basketball, and not call netball. Some people create a song just because they are a hip hop, because they started as a hip hop artist. When they do, if I started as a basketball player, right, and I went into netball, would I still be playing basketball
No.
just because I started as a basketball player?
No, you become
Mbeera nzi kukukoti yachi
you become a netballer.
netballer okitegeera. So that's what confuses people here the most, that people begin as hip hop artists, genuine hip hop artists. They cross over to the other kingdom of the
Then
wildlings.
transition.
Nene bagenda nga ne bambadde ice waffe, boots zaffe, some of them even talk like us.
Okwambala blinga myansa.
And
Sikiriza
because
nsene.
babera
You remember
side
that
is area bagamba abo beba no you've crossed over to the other side.
You remember that line?
Ochira
Okwambala
bring amyanso sikiriza
sikiriza
nsene.
nsene.
Kitegeera. So that's how simply it's put. But music itself is a beautiful, beautiful thing that should not just be limited to gundo okola bukozi gundu yimba bweruti okola bukozi luyimba bweruti. You can be as versatile as you want to be. But if you say you are a hip hop artist and this is a hip hop album or hip hop song or hip hop station, tonyiiganga oluyimba lwo lwewakoze olwakadongo kamu terukrossings over to this other side.
True.
Or that is not on a platform which is dedicated to hip hop, or a radio dedicated to hip hop, or a chart dedicated to hip hop. Don't claim that I should be there when what you're doing lately
Doesn't qualify
is
to
not
be
for
there.
that. There are songs that then there are songs that you do that definitely that song belongs here.
Yeah.
Ochiraba,
We're going to release IDs. for
IDs?
hip-hop artists.
Nga wildlings, eh?
Identify yourself.
Ah.
Yeah, identify yourself.
And you can tell when a real hip hop artist, for example, sits on like a ragga beat. You can actually tell, like,
Yes.
yeah, this is hip hop. But there are some guys who sit on a ragga beat and you never know.
And he's a ragga artist.
You get- but he claims to be hip hop.
Yeah.
And here's the thing too, like hip hop is so admired that even people who are not cool use it as a way to prove that they are cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever been somewhere nga you're not there to rap, but the guy ngoma si rapper, nze nange nkuba rap nno nkuba rap because he wants to be identified with a cool thing.
Yeah.
'Cause that's the problem with that with UG is that most of the people abagamba who want to identify with this thing tebakisobola. So whether banga tebakisobola, the only way they can have an edge on it is to say it's not cool. Or that it doesn't sell. Kubanga ye kyamulema.
They are
Like
masquerading around.
how can you just create lyrics on a beat? Nga n'eddoboozi lyo ne story bye biyamba beat. Nga beat tekuyambye. Because for him, his capabilities zikoma, the beat has to help. Engoma eteekwa okuba. So anatulina mu abakubanga, you don't necessarily need the beat. When you need the beat, you can use it. But if you don't need the beat, you can tell a story. Abantu ne bajja ne basasula ticket ne bakulaba ng'otudde onyumya bunyumya mboozi. You get me?
Those guys failed this side, hip hop, and when they crossed the other side, they still failed.
I'm sorry to say this because this person is my friend. He has become Kali friend. When he crossed over, right? The song that he sent me, Nga Crossing the Over, is so bad.
You see, that's what I was saying. They
So
failed
he's
this
going
side
to
and
lose
still
twice,
failed the other
right?
side.
He's going to lose the credibility of being a rapper. You were doing the Westeros, ne mu King's Landing, obadde mu John Snow yali avawo ennyumba yaabwe. We'll remember Winterfell. Ovudde mu Winterfell, okwosinza ozze mu Wildlings. Kati ate mu Winterfell bakulaba bagamba, kid oyo. Ekiraba, eh? So when you try to come back, it's like you've lost like 60% of the street cred. You get me?
And the other guys also refuse to accept you.
Yeah, and the other guy is also like, but you're not part of us. You even shower. Kubanga baba wildling. Batambula n'amagaali gaabwe beekubakuba okitegeera.
But you see,
Yeah.
most guys that have actually gone the other side have also failed that side.
That's the thing. Most of the people who left hip hop ne bagamba kabakubeko ku raga ne bigaana era still. Kati abo bali so bitter towards our culture and the thing that we love. Tekirimu ssente.
They even say, Ugandan music, now there's no money. You guys, not only hip hop now, it has become Ugandan music, there's no money.
Yeah.
Because they have failed. Like, totally.
Yeah. But the thing is, when you cross over to the wildling side, actually, here's the thing too. But in a Game of Thrones, it's not easy, it's not rosy. To be part of the Night's Watch is to expect an attack any time.
Still, you have to be training.
You must be training, you have to stand still for hours in winter. So things are not always rosy on this other side also of this kingdom. You have to persist, build character. When you retire from the Night's Watch, that's how they make you. When you retire, they make you a knight. You make you a lord, give you a castle. You've been fighting to keep order for this thing of ours. But if you go to the wildlings, there's no kingdom there. That's how you die. Or find an unmarked grave. But I'm not saying that things are easy on either side, right? The key word has always been persistence.
But these days you have
Persistence.
to drag rappers to the studio.
You have to drag rappers.
They don't even want to go to studio.
No,
to
that's
make music.
also unfair. It's not that they don't want to go. Because I've ever been in that position too, where Ngablichenko latechivayo.
No,
You get?
there's this whereby the chance is there, the studio's available,
Yeah.
producers there.
And there are
And they
people
call
who
you.
are trying to have ideas.
Yes. And the guys have to actually beg you to come to the studio.
Yeah. I here's the thing. Have you guys heard of a word called what's that word?
Motivation?
Have you ever heard of depression? This is the other side of motivation. Have you guys ever heard of depression?
Yeah.
Have any of you ever experienced that?
I think.
There are people who have been going ngayatandika studio. I'm there.
Yeah.
Aina albums in the books they are written. You should have Aina freestyles ready. He has practiced. He's ready. Nagenda now recording his first album, and they usually think that my first album is the one to make
It's going
it.
to blow.
Bro records the album, shares it among his five friends, and there's excitement for 3 days. By Saturday,
them.
Nothing has changed, but it's hopeful. So it's like, next album I'm recording. Records another album, puts it together, the team. This time he borrows even some money, some clothes, there's a photo shoot.
Before you know it, it's 15 years.
Chiganye. And that can go on for like 10 years. For some people.
The ones with grit.
Hey, some people quit after album number 1. I would babala. I would jebali banji nyo. Some people quit. Even after song number 1. Akaimba tekakoze adakata demo kadde kange kanchite. That's not this industry is tough as nails.
It's cruel.
But
So I don't blame such a person after like year number 9 to say, man, I don't want to go to studio. You know why? Aina albums nganya tano zitudao catching dust. People don't even remember that.
And he has all that, and he has people around him. He has been having people around him the whole time.
Yeah.
He was doing that. Because one thing I've observed is that if G sits on a song, even if the song is whack, G's verse will be dope.
Yeah.
You understand? At least he will be like, this other guy is failed the song. You understand? The delivery is there. So it will be the producer and the other collaborators. So
Who have let the song down.
if 24/7 we're having G in studio, and we know that he has his, Lil Wayne said it, if I'm not in studio, I'm in studio. It's like us who go to the gym. That even when you feel at your lowest, just find yourself there. So the depression, I think when you mentioned it to me, I'm like, when you fail to like control yourself
but even the music can
mentally,
help you heal.
like when it,
So I don't know what depression.
It's easier said than done, guys. Right?
true, because when you get there, you try to, but before you know it, you've done something, or you've captured something from someone, and you're like, let me take this and turn, add it on to why was I feeling like this after all. So I think in studio, guys don't go to studio. They go when they are feeling okay. But when they are not feeling okay,
They don't want to be
they
there.
stay out. Yet inspiration comes.
So it's persistence.
Yeah.
Persistence also. Persistence is major.
Yeah.
It's a major thing, right?
Yeah.
And actually there should be no but, because you can quit by year 10, yet by year 10 and month number 3 is where your breakthrough your breakthrough is, right?
True.
And I hate to sound like just a motivational speaker, but there's nothing you're going to succeed in without persistence.
True.
Even the guys who are on the night's watch, abakolera King Domain, which is organized. Also, if you quit during year number 1, you don't get that castle. You don't get knighted.
No.
You don't get that glory.
Don't.
Ochiraba, eh? So even if you cross to the other side where things seem easy, those things are also hard.
Yeah.
Actually, that side even has more people trying to succeed that way.
Yeah.
My advice to people in that position, right? I know we have been told so many times that being a artist, it's a wrong thing. I'm not telling you to really do that, because I hated hearing that.
Have a side job.
Have a side job. Have a side whatever. Have a side whatever. I hated that
One
shit.
time I
Sometimes I would even just look at people and I'm like, look at this stupid motherfucker. I'm dedicating 1,000% to my art to make sure that I make it. Get a side job. I'm like, but the beauty is that there is a difference between then, the 15 years ago then, and now where we at.
Yeah.
Right now, you can start actually building a company in your hustle.
Yeah.
In your hustle, being an artist, you need to build a company around what you do.
But the thing is, if you can be in the industry for 10, 15 years and you haven't made it, that means you haven't figured it out all that time. What are you doing?
You're persisting. You're persisting, my brother. But the thing is that...
sometimes it's about learning the industry. There are guys who are there 10, 15 years and they still don't know what to do.
You're right. And
so what else?
I think everything changes, and it's not easy. It's not easy. I'm also saying it like it's easy, but it's not easy. You start building a business around what you already have. If you are a rapper and you've been working at this skill of creating words and putting them together for so long, right? That means you have the skills to write a book,
True.
You have the skills to write a play. It might not be rap for you, but it might be a play where the whole play is rap and about
But
rapping.
also still, you can be good at
Or
writing rap, but also learn
Yeah.
how to distribute the song. Because
You learn
The
everything.
only
You
thing
learn-
the guys have learned is how
Yes.
to write good music or how to
You need
put words together.
This whole thing of like you're just going to become a rapper who only raps is so 294 va? Even 2005 va, is too old. You cannot be just the only thing you do is rap.
Is rap.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can no longer do, like the world has evolved beyond that, like so many times. Even for a person like me, I can earn comfortably and be on stage and do all these other things. But now, maybe call it ambition, but I have to start companies. I have to invest in things.
Yeah.
I have to build teams.
Yeah.
I have to go check on those businesses working well while
Yeah.
I still work
Do
on
well,
my
wow.
passion. So you, at the starting level, you need to learn to be a marketeer, to be an editor, to be a filmmaker, a content creator, a copywriter. You need to do all these things 360. The problem is that we only look at one tunnel, and that tunnel leads to a stage.
And the thing is,
With you performing on
if
stage.
you don't have money
Yeah.
as an artist, you have to learn all these skills.
You have to.
You have to do
You
your own
definitely
graphics.
have to.
You have to do your
Now,
you
now,
you have to edit your own video. Like you have to learn all these things
You need to learn to produce your own music.
until when you can get the money to
me,
hire other people.
I think
It's complicated out there.
Yes.
I
It's
think-
really complicated out there.
I think if you're doing music and you're starting out,
But Kidandali is not going to save you.
Yeah, them.
if you're doing music and you're starting out, the reason why most of them fail is because even learning all those skills is not easy. So
See, that's an excuse right there.
it could be an
Wh- wh-
excuse.
what is easy?
But okay, there is nothing easy. But again, trying to do everything, trying to learn everything, it's good. But when you've identified something and you're going to do it,
Yes.
you definitely have to have the knowledge, the basic knowledge, but try to really create a team around you
One,
to
you pay
be
them
able
what?
to handle certain
When you're
things.
saying you don't have
That's what I'm
money,
saying, from the passion, because you can't shoot a music video.
you don't have to
You
actually
can't shoot a music video without someone else.
No, you don't
helping
have to
out.
actually shoot
You can actually.
like
I did shoot
the
a
best
few.
video out
Yeah,
there.
I've shot
All
them
you
myself.
have to do
Which one?
is have a visual.
We
Oh,
analyze.
okay. Actually, yeah. He
Yeah.
just asked me.
Yeah.
Let me give you a tip. He just asked
Yes.
me.
Yeah.
Namugambe, he's like, it's hard. You can't shoot a music video by yourself, bichi. And I'm like, I've shot a video for myself.
Yeah.
He's like, which one? Because he thinks it's impossible.
Impossible.
No, I know it's possible, but I just want to show you.
Okay. Let me give you this.
Yes.
The video for Say Yes.
Yes.
The video for Say Yes. I would literally put the tripod somewhere, right? Go. Actually, if you look at that video, some of even my art is not is not on the walls yet. It is. I was briefly in a certain city, and I was going to be there for only for a short time. I only had a few hours by myself, and I was like, "But you know what? Why should I waste this evening? Let me just shoot a video." The song was already there, so what I did, I played the beat, got my phone, got a tripod. And I began positioning myself. I got my guitar out of the case.
Yeah.
That whole video is shot by me.
See, the thing I was saying.
Do you get what
is-
I'm saying?
I could
but
tell.
to these kids who have all these phones, they have data. It's impossible. It's too
you
hard.
get, it's,
I
it's
could tell.
funny.
Yeah.
Even taking a picture.
Yeah.
I would be here and be like, you know what? First move a bit. Just taking a still picture.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else doing it, and there are some corrections they need to make.
Yes.
That video you're talking about, you showed it to me. We were watching it together,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, this guy was,
No,
this guy was having fun on
see,
his shit.
Of course, I was having fun
Exactly.
with it. Yeah.
Thing
So-
is, when you're beginning artist, you have no money. Do not expect to have a video like for Jay-Z at your level. just have a visual.
No, he's talking about still images, right? But we're talking about just like learning
Yes,
the
that's
skills
how
and
learning skills.
learning the
Shoot your
tools and
stuff.
how they work.
Exactly.
That video you're talking about, Simanyo, about the still picture, I have to tell you to adjust. Cameras come with timers nowadays, don't they?
They do.
Where you say 10 seconds. I've done this several times. Where you say 10 seconds, then you run, position
run and-
yourself properly. Eh.
That's exactly still from the 80s. I think that's what they used to do.
I don't know, but
was
okay,
there.
okay.
Spark
But if it has
something,
been
then-
able to be there from the 80s,
Yeah.
you mean tell me you in 2025 you can't do
You
that?
can do it. What's your excuse?
What's your excuse then? But the thing is that we say this to say that the skills you need to gain, all these things of every position that you hope to have a team do,
At least
right
have
now,
an idea.
right now you need to have an idea.
Yeah.
Do not only train on the songs. Right now you need to train in the marketing. You're a company, you're a business.
Yes.
That's how you should look at it. And if you're a company and you're a business, you can approach other businesses to offer what you can easily do from your passion.
Yes.
Ochiraba.
I think it's safe to say that
Yeah.
all the artists that left management, they never did great as when they were with management.
Because they
No,
didn't
let's
learn.
say- let's say-
There are people who are doing all that.
We are
stuff
not
for
looking
them.
at artists who even have management. We're looking at artists even before management.
Yeah. As you're starting, you have no resources.
Yes.
Learn
Ah,
all the things you need.
The
to
people
do.
I'm a
And
fan
at least
of,
you
the
don't
people
have
I'm a,
to actually
the,
be
the
the
people I'm a
best.
fan of, sorry, you're finishing
it's
something.
okay.
Yeah.
I was saying you don't have actually to be like the best graphics designer.
yeah.
Just
No, no,
learn.
when
as
you're
long
try-
as you
when
can
you're
do something
starting,
for yourself, for
you
your,
have to figure
your
it
cover
out.
art, yes,
When you're starting, you have to figure it out. That's
and
true.
have your stuff out there.
And by the way,
That's
nobody
how you
cares.
start.
Nobody cares how good your graphics are
You get
when you're beginning. We just care about the music.
The music.
Is the music good?
Ugandans, when you're beginning, they don't care.
They really don't. They actually really don't. You mean to tell me Spider
Wait.
MC has the best graphics art?
No.
Did he have the best video
No.
But
for that song? Mukisa Guliwali. Did it have the best video?
I think it was shot well. Only that the locations
No, but the song had already taken off.
Yeah, sure.
The song was already on TikTok videos before the video came.
Yeah, sure thing. But the video was kind of organized and shot well.
But that's not our point. The point we're making is that he made the art first.
Yeah. And also,
And
right
sat
now-
with these boys in the ghetto and they shot these ghetto videos before the real video came.
Yeah.
and I
Ochiraba.
even think the video is dying.
Yeah, the video is dying.
The music
Because-
video is
because
dying.
it wa-
Because right
because-
now, all I need, I have my track,
Yeah.
get my phone, do a short clip, and I put that on TikTok.
That means
You
you are
get-
ruling out like I don't
I'm
know.
telling you, for a young artist, beginning artist, it doesn't make sense to go and shoot a video of like 50 million.
no,
And
you
you
don't
have no
have
money
to. You just have to shoot a
promote.
good video.
Even 12 million is a lot.
I think the same way we
It
put
doesn't make sense.
value on songs. Let me say music, audio music is the same way we should put value on visuals, because they complement from the audio to whatever you're going to do after the audio until the last thing you do for the project.
Yeah.
You need to
But you
put
know-
value on everything.
You know, the video is not a product. It's a promotional tool for the song. Yes.
So do you guys, let me tell you
The
something.
video is not the
Let me
product.
tell you something
The
which
video is a
surprised me.
promotional tool for
Let
the
me tell you
song.
something
People
which
want the
surprised
song.
me a lot.
Yeah.
So I grew up on music videos. And say, actually, sometimes I'm even working with people and I have so many video ideas because I've watched so many
many
music videos that I'm telling them and I'm like, do it like this. And then I just go type in the name of this and they're like, this shit is from the 70s, bro.
Yeah.
Where did you get this video?
Yeah.
But I remember me and my partner, I used to tell her about songs that I really liked and music videos. And she's like, yeah, I know the song. I'm like, you've never seen this video? She's like, we don't watch videos. And I used to be like, you guys never had them. You guys had MTV. She's like, no, we used to just buy the music, put the music in the car, go chill out with your friend. People didn't really watch music videos.
Because the video is not the product.
The video is not the product. The music is
The
the
music
product.
is
Yeah,
the
but
product.
when we look at people like MJ and the music videos they did
Yeah,
and the things they had to do,
yeah.
Yeah, the video was to sell the
and
song.
and exactly,
point.
and when it comes to why actually they had to do all that, it's like saying the choreographing and everything,
Yeah.
everything they put into. Let's look at Chris Brown everything they have to put into it can't go unseen.
No, it's not to
That's
say that it's not to say that music videos necessarily don't have value, right? But it is to say that a picture says 1,000 words. If a picture says 1,000 words, a video says 1 billion, because mulimu frames nyingi nyeze bifana. But it is to say that at what level are you playing this game at? At what level are you really playing this game at? Most of the videos that we really love and admire left those artists in debt.
They never made back the money.
They never made back the money. They were indebted to their record labels because the budget was so high for shooting such a video. Busta Rhymes talks about shooting this video with Janet Jackson, which was $1.2 million. That's money. That's like a lot of money.
Yeah.
And when record labels are advancing this money to you, it's easy to spend it, but to make it back and pay it back, it's crazy. You get me? There are people who right now have never even seen that video or know what we're talking about, but it was one of the most expensive music videos ever made by that time. But him as an artist, it left him in debt.
Yeah, there's even when Burna Boy's mom was saying the reason why they do these high budget videos is to just show how big the artist is, but it doesn't make the money back from the videos.
You actually don't.
It's just for them to show their brand is big. Just speak about the brand, but
so where do we put YouTube views? Where do we put
the views? Is because of
you
the
think
song.
YouTube views make money back for like a music video?
No, a lot of things have to make money back for the artist, even in their whole career.
Yeah.
So, but music videos, I think, is very important when it's just, for example,
1 million views on YouTube.
For example, may not be certain, but for example, but there is a reason why people shoot good videos.
I just
and
told
we can't rule that out.
Was to show that they're big.
I just gave you an example of MJ, and he's one of the world's greatest.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, an artist who is starting out, we always talk about it here. Yeah. When it comes to how you look, how you
brand visibility.
Visibility. So for me, I put all that because an artist will ask you, what money does it make me to buy expensive clothes that I can't afford? Yeah. But yet, when he's going on stage, they tell him you can even at least borrow.
See, they do all that to sell the music.
Thank you.
Exactly. Even the music video is to sell the music.
Yes,
and nobody tells you the clothes you wear have to be expensive.
It's not the product. It is the song.
Bruh, let me tell you something. You see the rock and roll guys, right? These guys can walk onto a stage with a T-shirt and shorts to a crowd of like thousands
of people.
You get me? You don't have to wear expensive clothes. If the music is good,
but also the boys will designs you see, they're not easy.
No, it depends on what it depends on what type of band. There are bands that wear costumes, and there are bands that just go out there to wear a T-shirt and shorts.
There's a guy called
true.
Ed Sheeran. You know him?
I know
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
How is his dress code? Is he dress fancy?
But the music crazy.
I think
he's one of the most selling artists.
It dawns down to, because when you compare Ed Sheeran to Chris Brown, Chris Brown does the most, and when he's flying, like all those things may take too much money, but he's trying to show you.
Okay, who do you think sells more?
Who sells the most?
Who sells more, Ed Sheeran or Chris Brown?
I would say Chris Brown.
Got it.
Chris Brown.
Got it.
Ed Sheeran.
But anyway, to put it all together, our audience, our lovely audience on the Zambaland podcast will go and look up some facts and statistics and tell us if Chris Brown has a song with with a billion streams or whatever. But collectively, all these things work to market the brand, right?
True.
To market the brand and then market the music. But what we're trying to say is that in the beginning, you don't have to break the bank. There's an artist who is an independent artist called Russell. He comes from LA.
Yeah, I know Russell.
So Russell said, what you should do is just shoot videos with your phone on TikTok, see which one the fans respond to the most. And then shoot the video for that one. But what our people do here is nakozolu yimba
katukole video
without even testing it at all. out there. The reason why most of the music that's old, the reason why it works, right, is these people used to perform this song even before recording the song. They used to perform the song in front of an audience.
And check
The
the
band
crowd
perfects
reaction.
it. Yeah, they're like, but here the people are not dancing as much. Let me first remodel
This
this.
song.
So by the time they recorded these songs, they had been tried and tested in front of
crowds.
audiences, right? So they would take that song, and that process would maybe even take a year
Yeah.
of a song, but it's not recorded. So they would take that song and put it on never recording. So you're like, here, if I put out a song and then did a video, a few months later, people will say that song is old.
Yeah.
Yet these people performed this song for like 3 years,
Yeah.
for
sometimes.
3 years, and then released their album after like 5 years. And that song is still on that. And the people looked forward to having that song on that collection because they have certified hit after hit after hit after hit. It's a collection of all of,
You can't even
of,
spot,
all of those songs.
What this guy just did.
Who?
The Davido guy from his album. He released an album, then he kept making the videos of the most streamed songs of the album,
Mm-hmm.
like the whole year round. He
Yeah.
picks the other song up. This one has 50K, the other one 1 million views. He shoots that one.
It's even
After.
risky. It's risky for these days, most especially I've seen here in Uganda,
Yeah.
for an artist to release an audio without a video. Yeah.
That's why
There,
most of them
there
are
is
making
there,
losses.
there is something about it.
That's why most of them are making
Yeah,
losses.
there's some. That's why sometimes art becomes a money pit.
Yeah.
You get me? It's just a thing you
Money
go and just
toilet.
throw money there because people believe if you have songs, you should just shoot videos for them.
Far.
And then they forget that when you release a song, you have to pay marketing for it. You actually, it's putting out a song, it's not just putting out a song. You have to market it. And marketing means marketing dollars or marketing shillings, marketing pounds, wherever you are, yens. You get me? Dirhams if you're in the guys in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Or Stege. Rands if you're in South Africa. It all costs money.
That's what I was saying.
So it's not just a matter of I'm just putting out a song. No, it means I have a budget of 50M that I want to experiment with, to play with, or whatever.
You're risking.
Yes. So, do you want to lose money or do you want to make money? What business are you into? Are you in the money-losing business to appease people? Or are you, to please a few? Or are you into the business of making cheddar? To make a business work, that means you produce at a very, very
Low cost,
low cost and sell high.
maximize profit.
You're going to make a lot of money if you shoot cheaply, right? And then you have the maximum returns.
Yeah.
But if you made $1 million and your budget for music video was $1 million, have you made money?
You're going to go broke and get
You're
out of the
broke.
industry.
You only did expensive shit,
Yeah.
right? But if you shoot with your phone and the song is a hit,
Is it possible to make something,
you're in business.
is it possible to make something cheap look expensive?
Why do you even have to make it look? I think we're also in a trap where everything we
Has to
think
be
has to look
expensive.
expensive. Yeah.
No, it has to
And then
look
you
dope.
forget that where we live actually has poor people too.
And that's why the art has actually died.
The art has died because everybody's trying to be rich. I'm looking for a Ugandan rapper who raps about being broke. I'm waiting to see him because it's been long since we saw that rapper. It's been long.
Even the videos are not nice anymore.
Because even rappers who are broke, and I clearly see, brother, you're broke. That's not Bond 7 in that bottle. That's tea.
you get
That's tea.
yeah.
But you're rapping about popping bottles. Nobody believes you.
Even the videos are no longer nice.
But
Like
I
because
think
this guy has a song, they tell
Yeah.
you, you stand in front of that red car, shoot.
because
you
it-
have a video?
I think
No, there
it's
should be like a storyline.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The video has died.
Because when it comes to show business, showmanship, we're taken up as well. Like
Man, what
You
about
have
the
to-
art?
I'm not
you
saying
have
be
to sell
cheap,
the art.
but just act your wage.
Yeah, you have
Act
to.
where you are.
But
And
very-
people will either relate to you and your struggle and support you through it, or pretend to be rich and,
Get depressed.
get depressed.
I was watching a video. Charleston
Trying to-
White
trying
was
to
talking
keep
to
up,
this
yeah.
rapper, and the rapper was like, "Kids these days have money, man. They are rolling out. They have resources. Charleston White was like, yo, because the other guy was basing on social media. It was like social media is a facade. Somebody's gonna tell you when they've just gotten 100, but they won't tell you when the rent is due or the mortgage is increasing. They won't show that. So you're talking up by this picture and you go by that, yet people will not really show you. And there is a reason why, because when you show this side, that could be the end of you.
Of your career.
Yeah. Because
no one wants to
social media as well is crazy.
No one wants
when it comes to putting people down. They can either stamp on you continuously until you're like, you know what, you go into a state of depression. You come out and say that my trousers, they start saying you also find your levels.
But if it's the fact, and you're creative about, here's the thing which our music has lost. And again, here I go back, I'm going back to the wall now. John Snaz the Yoku wall, right? People have lost the meaning of what hip-hop music is really about and why Kendrick Lamar and Drake were battling. This music is about your true feelings and true situation. That's the story you're supposed to tell. It's supposed to be real.
Yeah.
So why are you pretending to be rich when you're broke?
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, hip-hop had to have like a positive or uplifting kind of thing.
Yeah.
You get me? Kendrick Lamar talks about all these things, right? He's going to tell you about the beaches, he's going to tell you about the liquor, but his perspective out of all of that, in a world where everybody is claiming to be gangster, what made Kendrick Lamar stand out is telling you that he's a good kid in a very bad city. He grew up around gangsters, so even his relationship with alcohol, he's not telling you that drink, drink. Well, he's telling you about alcoholism. His perspective and his outlook on the whole game comes out of the purest seed of hip-hop. While on the other side, Drake makes great music, but he comes from just the commercialized side of the music. His is about the women, take these pills, I've got killers and demons, you get me, I'm making so much money and I'm representing the six. That's the brand, and also make money for women. I mean, I make music for women. While this other guy is like, bro, I'm trying to get this money so I can escape with this point. I'm actually having beef with my cousin who's trying to sue me because he thinks I have a lot of money. Like he puts all of this in his music. Now, come back to UG, right? I wasn't pretending to be rich, but on the next song I'm telling you, man, we're drinking champagne. I'm not even calling it champagne. I could pronounce champagne, but I said champagne because I wanted it to relate to what we're to. So I think the relatability and telling that story of brokenness makes people relate to you more than when you're pretending to be rich. Faking to be rich. I think you lose a few fans talking about popping bottles because fans pop bottles abantu bakola buchokolo bwa gundi bwa ku Nile special. So if you rap about a Nile special, if you rap about Nile special, you're rapping about the real. That angle I think is really missing, and it has been missing for so long. Nowadays, when you hear songs on radio about women, it's about Onampachi. Do you have money? Can you afford me? My ass is this and this is that. But there's a perspective also which is missing of what's the perspective of a woman who just wants a guy to just love him? Do you think that woman doesn't exist?
To treat her right.
To just treat her right.
Yeah.
That perspective has not been written out. Or maybe I haven't been here for so long. I need to listen to more music. Name put it like chimi singamo.
Yeah.
Again, it's like so.
There is no reality anymore when it comes to what people say and do.
And I think the music really, 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 really needs it. The person who could be the first to revisit that and really nail it, and they have the skills to bring those stories forward, I think we'll strike gold again.
That's why it's so easy for people to rap about kusinga because we have imaginary enemies. You get, so it's very easy Me, I'm better than you.
But
You get it?
I also think that people, the environment we've been in, people have been so poor that they don't want to hear about poverty anymore.
I've heard of that perspective too.
Like,
I've heard of that
Yeah.
perspective,
Like-
and which is valid.
yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like we are like, so what should we do for you? Try and get out of it. Okay, let's get you some today. Tomorrow it'll be different. But you come back tomorrow and I'm that guy yesterday. Remember I told you, yeah, you know, I'm from
Yeah.
this. I don't do
I
this.
forget my
So
problem.
so people start distancing. Like, okay, they offer you the little help they can, but like you need to get out of it.
Akabanyu.
Like talk about it, but don't embrace it like it's your life.
I think everything should be balanced. I prefer people who give me medicine, right, than the people who give me the thing that makes me forget that I'm sick. Because tomorrow I need something else to help me forget that I'm sick.
Yeah.
But
And also the other day I
Why-
also need something to help me
Why you need
forget
to
that I'm
increase the
sick.
dose?
It's never. And that's how addictions actually start.
Yeah.
People would, instead of dealing with the problem itself, they would rather drink to forget that landlord abanja.
When you
But
sober up,
When you sober up, the
the
problems are
problem is
back,
still
right?
there.
So maybe it's a difference in how we like that music of ours. That music has to play the role of the uplifter. The music has to be the educator. The music has to be the society changer. And that's why it's important for people like me. Love me or hate me, but when we have to stand at the wall and be like, guys, not every song is going to be about shaking your ass.
Yeah.
But you also did it, Chikankane. Yes, I did. I had fun. And then the next song, I gave you a story, Aluka.
But I think the society has been so broken that
everyone wants to relate to. They don't want to remember.
But you have to. Like I'm yet to hear. I'm yet to hear a song about being unemployed in a country where there's so much unemployment.
unemployment.
No rapper has rapped about being unemployed.
The social media. will be
Jeruli,
like,
Jeruli, is there a song?
yeah, but
Slender MC did the poem. Shout out to
Yeah,
Slender.
but you see,
But we need
doing
songs.
it in a way.
Because all of you are suffering. Temuyina mirimu. But you
But you
didn't
know
tell me
what
that this
they'll-
problem temujiraba.
do you know what social media will do? They'll drop for you a video of a girl making bricks.
Making bricks, what do you mean?
I remember,
Working.
I remember that.
Doing something.
I mean, you can use that to promote your thing.
Yeah.
To promote your song then.
Yeah, like to be like, yo, no one is coming to save you. Go. Go. If a girl is making bricks,
Like you should create the solution for yourself.
you understand. Like
Yeah.
there will always be a counterfeit.
But it isn't.
So it's
The,
quite.
the role of the OGs in the industry is to remind people of the several angles at which they can approach the game at. It is to share wisdom and also approach that. My brother, you might be thinking that you're on the wall, right? But maybe you're supposed to be on the wall so you can climb it. Or you're supposed to get to this point of the wall, maybe you can step on it and then punch harder going forward from here. It isn't to make anyone feel bad. So if somebody raps about unemployment and someone's reply is sending bricks, art is supposed to elicit reaction.
For me, I think just
So
I think people are lazy. Guys are not creative enough to make the music about the sensitive issues interesting. That's why most songs about real issues are sad songs.
But I told you, guys
get.
are hungry.
But see,
They are looking to make music
can
to make
still make
money
a
to
song.
eat food.
to portray that
and I
you're
always,
hungry,
bro.
and it's entertaining.
I always hear people saying, "Vetuagala music wa kulowoza nnyo." I like that thing. Every time somebody said that, I used to be like, for me, whenever I find a circle of people who don't want to think, I don't want to be among those
No,
people.
see, the thing is,
You know,
the
right?
thing
Yeah,
is,
'cause you have
But there
to
are
be in
people
tune
who
with your
okulowoza
you see,
is a problem.
Gee.
That you're in the wrong circle.
yeah,
You know?
the thing is, the artists have to make the topic interesting, entertaining. Get what I mean?
So I think we're coming back full circle here, because I asked you guys what makes a good songwriter.
Yes.
For me, if I'm to give my own definition without like a classical definition, but just the things I think that makes someone a good songwriter. I think a good songwriter is someone who observes everything around him and is honest about his feelings.
True.
and has the skills to translate his feelings and emotions into a melody, into a rhyme. Whether it's funny, whether it's sad, whether it's inspirational or motivational. You need to have the observation, you need to be honest with your feelings, and then you also need to develop the skills to translate those emotions into a song.
See, Jay, like there are some, like the chucking songs, which are interesting to dance to.
yeah.
Chawadi or some dance. It's a dance song, but it's a breakup song.
What song was that?
I think it's Chawadi or some dance. I'm into you. Da, 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 da. Like it's an interesting song.
Oh no, guy! I'd never heard Green sing. Is that how Green sings?
Like the babe is breaking up with the guy, but
which song? I've never
when the
heard
jam
of
is
this song.
playing in the club, maybe.
What song is that?
Yes.
I sing Omare's so.
No, it's some babe. But you get it's a dance song, but it's a breakup song. It doesn't have to be sad.
Yes.
Oh, you left me, my heart is. You get. So you can sing about anything, but make it interesting. Like you get.
Yeah. I was going to play for something for you. So I have a friend who's in Malibu. He's a producer. And when I landed on a slide of like dope ass music from 80s, right? Like disco from South Africa. I sent him this slide. I was like, blah, check out these songs. These songs like used to set the dance floor on fire in my house, whatever. I sent him this stuff because I know he likes like music. Yeah. He's like, man, thank you for sending me this. Because I sent him like, it was like a slide, one of those Instagram things, but then they listed like all the songs that were among the slides. Do you guys know a song called Burnout?
The banner is Usher?
This is Golden American, you know, talking about African music. I'll play the song for you. Actually, on this podcast, we're going to begin playing like some snippets of like joints like that. But that song, I always danced to it, but I didn't know the song was about. This guy's woman was cheating on him.
Yeah, I know. Was also a chucking song.
No way.
That was also a chucking song.
Oh, so now you're telling us you speak Gao.
No, like I saw the guy talk about the song.
Okay.
So you get.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be so sad because now they have chucked you.
Yeah.
You're going to sing a very sad chucking song.
Yes.
But I think
It can be.
Ugandan artist too is also good at making.
Wasn't Cry Me a River a chucking song?
Probably it was.
I think so.
Yeah, Cry Me a River.
Yeah. Even.
But
Yes. Things fall apart.
Yeah. Yes.
you were
Beyonce,
going through your.
Irreplaceable was a chuck song, right? Irreplaceable, Beyonce. To the left, nigga. Get out. But it was a dope song. It didn't have to be sad.
The artist too is very good at that as well. Is Chameleon. Yeah. Jamila and Ali. Okay, for him, he was talking about a situation of
it's
the couple.
Same,
Yeah, but
domestic violence. But it was actually an entertaining song.
Yeah,
so
I think it was incredible.
We can sing about the unemployment issue, but when the song is actually dope, you have to be. See, I woke up, seen a change the day. You get it?
But I think we can sing about everything.
Sounds like a Chico song. Yeah.
This shit in our house.
Yeah.
Like aunties would dance and
know that
uncles,
song,
like
I
it
know
would
that
be
song.
fire. But I was like, I'm going to brag. I have like this very big screen right now where I live in my house, and sometimes I just put on the lyrics and they're going up and down. So I was
Why did you have to lower your voice?
Because that room is very relaxing. I traveled there mentally. Like this room, like even like the paint we put on the walls is like so relaxing. Like when you travel there, you're like, Temuri Kelele is just like you're in a very, very zen, peaceful spot. So I'm looking at these lyrics coming down, and I realized actually that this song that we've always danced to in my house, that it's a guy telling this woman not to give his love away. That You know, it's crazy. I love that song. I love that song. Oh, okay. Now I'm back here. Guys, life is good. Life is good. Let me ask you guys, by the one thing, which also relates to where we are. We're in Baboon Forest, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it makes sense that the whole world is on fire debating if 100 men can defeat one gorilla?
Yeah.
Do you think 100 men could defeat one gorilla?
It depends on the gorilla. Was
Explain.
it
Was it fed? Was it starved?
because
Let's say a fully fledged.
a very healthy, well-grown gorilla
Mm.
can kill 100 men, guy. No
Yeah.
question about it.
Yeah. Okay. And Mr. Collins?
Like bare hand.
Yeah,
Of
no
course. Is a
weapons.
gorilla going to wear gloves, nigga?
I'm talking about the people.
Oh,
the
okay.
men. Because to my thinking, I'm like the first guy who is going to approach
Mm.
because we are used to going in a gang at once.
But
Yeah.
That when before the first guys might be knocked, but the second guy will. So who is the first guy willing?
who's
to
going
go there?
first?
Who's going first?
When they reach
So that
first
means
guy
they
apart,
can't
nobody's
because
going to
no
go
one is
first.
going to go first.
Mm.
King Kong, what?
Okay, speaking from like a man from Chisoro Kabali, you guys know these
Silverback.
things. Don't you even eat them?
What?
No, okay. What's the size of a full-grown fit silverback?
No, I've been to Bwindi. I know what a gorilla. I know a gorilla size. But let me share a story with you, right? I think these stories of whether these debates usually come through like on Reddit. You know Reddit?
Yeah.
It comes through from, I think, people who've never seen like a real life gorilla. Or they've seen it in a zoo, and they have never like really seen it in its habitat in the mountains of Uganda or Rwanda, Bwindi. So one time, which is one of my best trips I've ever taken, by the way, shout outs to Uganda Wildlife. We go those ends, you guys. The road was so bad. Back then, the road was so
Up
bad.
to now.
By the time we arrived, we were so beaten up. And we were like in a very comfortable car, but we were so beaten up. Right now, the roads, I think, are better.
Nah, they're worse.
No, they are better, because I've had stories.
They're worse.
And then we arrive at this place like deep in the night. But first of all, we had to like reroute. We were supposed to go through the main road, right? And then when we arrived through that main road, they told us, you cannot go through here because the river flooded. Wow. I'm like, oh, shit. And this is like deep in the night. Imagine it's like midnight. And they're telling you to turn around. You're almost there, but they're telling you to turn around and then use some other route, which is like... So we do all of that, go through the mountains, blah, blah. And the road is so bad. They were telling us to get out of the van and walk because the guy did not know how he was going to go through a narrow, and he didn't want to go with us, like tumbling down the mountain. So we survive all of that. We arrive at this place and we are so tired. So I wake up, and in my hotel room, everything was white. Not white like the sheets curtains, but like, yes, I just saw fog.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did I die last night? I'm like, am I waking up in heaven? Because it was like so strange, right? But then I had Maurice Chiria. I had a guitar playing, but then I remembered, we came with these people. Like Maurice Chiria was like my neighbor this other side. He was playing guitar already. It's long story long. Where the gorillas live is so high up in the mountains. You're kissing the clouds basically. So we begin our trek in the morning to go even higher to where the gorillas chill. And they track down this family of gorillas and find the silverback. They're like, you guys are lucky. That's the Don right there. So the Don is chilling with his thing, is doing his thing, but then I think he felt a little threatened. Guy yakola because what? Just banged the floor with 2 fists. Bruh, that ground shook. And they're like, don't run. Guy, I was already those ends. And they're like, guys, stay still. So the gorilla comes, and it stands like right there. And just to show me how strong it is, the branch was like a respectable tree like this. It pounced again and then broke it in half. Just to show me how much strength it has. And then just went back to protect its family.
It's like
Now,
there.
guys, a gorilla is almost 100% all muscle. There's no fat. There's no fat there. That guy, whoever lands where the limbs can swing, you're getting torn in two.
Yeah, sure.
It's going to require a lot of strategy and a lot of bravery. But they say bravery is another name for stupidity.
Yeah.
You get one man's bravery is another man's stupidity. 100 men versus a gorilla, unless you have tranquilizers, you guys, and swords in hand,
Or even guns.
and some guns. Again, there you can win. But that beast, a silverback.
But you can even see in the movies. What's that movie? King Kong versus what? Godzilla.
That's fantasy now.
Yeah, but at least it still shows that King Kong, man.
Don't
piss him off. Don't piss him off. For him, he has no formula. He'll just come for you in whichever angle.
So you guys watched the movie King Kong?
Yeah, I did.
A long time ago. Kale. That was a dope movie.
Yeah.
Okay, they over-exaggerated the size.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I think it was to put it in perspective of,
Yes.
the fiction and everything. But because even the other, what was it? Godzilla? Yeah, Godzilla was also huge.
Everything was huge. Everything was. But you guys, going back to that debate, do you know what a gorilla eats?
It's a vegetarian.
I think it's a vegetarian diet.
Yeah.
Vegan.
So you're going against something. For you, drink alcohol. Sometimes, we need to be specific in defining what these 100 men do. Are they in the Army Corps? Is it like SEAL Team 6? Or are we having picking a random 100 men from every pub to come and fight this? Come and fight this gorilla.
Are they trained fighters?
Yes. Because if you're there and you've been eating your meat, you have a few toxins here and there, you're going to battle something which exercises every day. Yeah?
Whose palm is wide and...
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't think there's a chance.
You don't stand any chance.
I don't think there's a chance.
Is this a gorilla?
That's a baboon. That's a baboon.
Yeah, but
Now,
it's
100
the same
baboons
family.
can beat a gorilla.
100 baboons.
Yes. What's a collection of baboons called?
I don't
It's
know.
called a school of hippos, a school of fish, right?
I think so.
A parliament if there's a group of owls. What's a group of baboons called?
I had a group of baboons.
Just Google.
It's called a troop.
A troop.
BFE Army.
It's called a troop. That's why it's called the BFE Army. It's a troop.
Yeah, guy said a group of fools is called the parliament.
So
We have members of parliament who watch this podcast. So feel free. Feel free.
We love them.
So if we were to exchange
Yeah.
100 men and say 100 rappers
Against GNL.
and gorilla.
Oh, against GNL? 100
Yeah.
rappers against GNL? Big Ben should not be part of that list because Big Ben is like, I know Bunyama Nyama.
Big Ben is huge.
Nah, I know Bunyama Nyama is too many push-ups.
Yeah.
But what am
But we're
I fighting with?
lyrically.
What am I fighting? Lyrically? Bring 1,000.
More day. The challenge is out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about
name
the other
blow.
day. The other day we were talking about rappers rapping fast.
Yes.
You know.
It's also about the writing. You're just rapping fast, but you're not saying shit.
That's exactly what I said.
Good.
People think that by rapping fast that they are lyrically killing shit.
Well, they're hiding actually what they're saying. They're
There's
trying
a
to
few
confuse
rappers who
us.
rap fast and kill it. It's very few.
Very
of them.
few.
Mm.
Very few. Now, like TIK, my guy TIK Twasta here. There's another song like the guy rapped very fast, but I didn't understand what he was saying. The only thing I liked was the chorus.
There was a time when TIK, one time I think we were on tour, and we're telling TIK, man, you don't make any sense. You just rap fast. And then he began slowing down everything. And he made sense. He made a lot of sense, actually.
So where is the fan going to get him to break it down? Because you put the song on the record, I'm at home listening.
So I think the fan also should be more intelligent.
You get?
Chokaba
He has a very big task to play, whereby he has to like make the videos to explain what he was saying to the fans. So that
But how did rappers like Twista succeed? Or Bone Thugs and Harmony?
Twista is very fast, but it's clear.
But Bone Thugs and Harmony, because you weren't listening to every word Bone Thugs and Harmony was saying.
Yeah.
We all had to go back and read the lyric books. Be like, huh?
But even just the fact that they rap fast doesn't mean that they are not saying anything. Maybe you're not getting what they are saying.
Yeah.
So I think you just have to take it upon.
They're not saying anything. That's the difference.
That was Monji telling who? The agent was telling who? Oh, okay.
He said if he wants to put the message across, he slows down.
He
So
slows
sometimes
down.
the intention is not for you to understand.
Yeah, it's music is so versatile that the flow alone could be dope.
Yeah.
You get me? It could be the flow alone that flows.
Yeah.
That flows.
Even
people.
rapping fast is a gift, actually. It's a skill.
Yes, it is.
It's a
Yes, it is.
skill.
I know Jay-Z never made money when he was rapping fast.
Yeah.
But the moment he slowed shit down,
There's that song.
the world was in trouble.
Yeah.
Nas was like, you're rapping like Chief Fu from the Fushlikings. Deka Nas kamanyira, kanako kamanyira. Kamanyira guy.
But still, there are rappers who can rap slow and you still don't get what they're saying.
Like who?
Like
The rappers from the South?
No, like Biggie.
Biggie, everything was clear. Maybe if he's using his slang.
That's what I'm saying.
Give me a bar. Give me a bar you didn't understand.
No, I understand most of them.
Yes.
I understand most of them. But there are some, and they can be basic words.
I don't understand NBA young boy.
Even when you're speaking.
I don't get him.
Even when you're speaking, you have to put on the captions and read what he's saying.
Like when he said, Biggie was cool since days of Under Rules. Never lose, never choose to, Bruce Cruz. Like...
I think Biggie was one of the most articulate rappers out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was articulate, but you need to
decipher.
To understand, you need to...
Yeah, but there are also lyrics that don't make sense until you live in certain places.
Yes.
Like there are some lyrics I only understood because, they hit when I was living in Uganda, but when I was living in America, it even made much more sense. You're like, oh, this is what he meant.
Yeah. Because they speak about their experiences, what they see. The inspiration is usually around their culture, society.
So what happens to rappers in Uganda?
Like
we don't relate to their shit.
Like the word made you look. It's a game. Yeah. It's like I tell you, what's that? Then you turn around like made you look.
I made you look.
You get so it makes more sense that he named the song even that.
Yeah.
From a game.
It's like they're shooting.
Makes much more sense.
Yeah. What was it? What else? There's a lot. There's a lot. I've been invited to be part of a roast. Like in Uganda, I don't think we've ever had a roast, have we? Okay. This thing where comedian,
because people they'll think about roast and rhyme.
They'll
be thinking about roasting bunyama.
Or bunyama nyama. So it's Comedy Central. I think it used to be called Comedy Central. Used to have something called the roast, and there was a guy called Jeff Ross. I got a chance to also actually see him live at a comedy store, but I didn't know how funny he was until he came to this. Comedians go to comedy stores to rehearse the material for their specials to see whether it works or not. So it's actually about 12 minutes or 10 minutes, like a very, very short segment.
Yeah.
This dude came through and he was testing material. And the whole crowd was dying of laughter. But he would be like, that works. Then he goes to the next one, the next one, like that. And I had only seen him like on like televised roasts because he used to be the host. And he used to come on wearing like ridiculous outfits of like dictators. He'd come like dressed like Gaddafi. You get me? Then he'd come dressed like
Seven.
bruh. Like Saddam or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like he'd come dressed like a genie. Gambalia would tell you serious. And so I got a chance to see him like doing like stand up like live, and he was amazing, right? But one of the things that I loved about roasts, I think Kevin Hart hosted one, and this other guy, the Pimp Chronicles, what's his name? Besides Kevin Hart, who's the guy who hates Kevin Hart? The short guy. Who's on Club Sheshe?
Yeah.
Him. Cat
Williams.
Williams, the legendary Cat Williams. And they were roasting Cat Williams for being a leprechaun, like being short. You get me? And he was having all of them back. So I've been invited to be a part of something like that. And my friend Anne Kansiime was like, you should be a part of this. Omara Daniel is like, you should be a part of this. I'm like, guys. My body and my skills, my sword belongs to the Night's Watch. He's like, we're going to ask for permission from the command of the Night's Watch.
But you're the one who challenged
So
the
Jon Snow. What?
The one who challenged them.
Somehow I feel, you're right.
Yes.
Somehow I think they're trying to set me up.
There's a Q&A you did here, and you're like, I think I can be funnier than this guy.
So I brought this trouble on myself.
Yeah.
I think actually that might have done it. Because I said, I think I'm funnier than Salvador.
Yeah.
I said I'm funnier than Dr. Hillary. And I said
Omara.
I'm funnier than Omara.
Yeah.
I said I'm funnier than, we rappers like have a lot of confidence going out there. But right now, I feel like I've been set up. It's the roast of Kansiime, but I feel like they have to get a few jokes off for
Are
me.
you going to roast Kansiime, or they're going to roast you?
What happens in a roast is that the host, the main person, gets roasted the most, but anybody on the crew can get it. Yes, but these people are very strategic. When they want to roast someone, they make sure you have no chance of coming back. So I'm very curious on where they place me. On this lineup, or what you take a chengamba.
And who's writing?
It's
the-
like when you're going for
Who's
battle,
writing
the
the
other person
scripts?
goes, you let the other person go, you like, go fast. So that you have so many things to rebuttal.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to set me up because they don't want rappers going into their
And they're
jobs.
the ones who have written the script.
They're the ones who have even written the script.
So
they might have given me weak shit.
Yeah. No coming back.
There's no coming back. Which they get it. But for me, I haven't been on stage for so long. It's a great opportunity to go out there and have fun, interact with my friends in the industry that I haven't seen for so long.
Yeah, there are some raps.
Somewhat?
Are you going to serve us some bars?
No. This time I'm a comedian. I'm multi-talented, guys. I'm very, very multi-talented. I'm actually going to go out there just to show people that I can also do
now,
comedy.
HipHop has defeated him. Now he has become a comedian.
Will Smith is a rapper, comedian,
like
actor.
I'm saying that's how they are going
That's
to
how.
say.
Of course.
You get.
So there are some people who also say we can't rap anymore. That's why we're podcasting.
Yeah.
But
you
those very
you
peop-
can't win. You can't win with people. You can't win.
Yeah.
You can't win.
Yeah.
Yes. But I think this is going to be fun. It's going to be on May 9th, right? I'm planning to go with my gun. The state has given me a gun and a license to kill.
Yeah.
I'm not to be messed with. And my security is also tight.
Go and kill it.
Yes. I'm going to be roasting. I have spices. I have skewers. And I know these comedians have it in for me. I think I have, where you have like your spider senses are tingling. Like I think I can smell a setup, right? I think they're trying to set me up. Omara Daniel is trying to set me up. But we'll see if I'll escape the setup. Or if I fall into it. But, yeah, but I think it should be fun. I'm going to be out there strictly having fun. enjoying myself. What do you guys think I should? Give me some tips. What do you think I should do out there? Give me the microphone.
Let them put them in the comments.
It will be too late. It might be too late. It might be too late. So, Mompa Deyo, they roast me.
Please.
You can handle.
You can handle. But for me,
I might go out there as a battle rap and they might not like it.
Actually.
Because I gave them a sample of some of the jokes I was thinking. They're like,
nah.
That's too much. Let's keep this very, 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 very casual and friendly and very safe, very PG. You get me? Because never did JRPG. Moment I fired off
You might go there and
the
your
warning
feelings.
shot.
You might go there with your feelings and then come back and get your pissed.
No. I don't get pissed in such things. I have very thick skin. Nice. You see how many of these laser rappers, these broke rappers, the local ones, who have been trying to diss me.
Throwing shots.
They have never had anything back from me.
But they have weak shots, so definitely.
Very weak shots, eh?
Yeah, very weak bars.
No, the arms are too short to box with a god.
Well, so well.
Huh?
Even if you box well, you can't stop the flow. Kaboom.
Rock boy is in the room, right?
Rock boy is in the room.
And the rock boy is in the room.
That's what's up.
Yeah. I think this should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Have you ever been in a situation where you think you're funny when you're not funny? Do you think you're funny?
Nah.
You don't think you're funny?
I'm not.
Are you funny?
People tell me sometimes, but I don't think.
You don't think you're funny?
I can say funny stuff, but I'm not a comedian for sure.
Mm.
You know, I know I'm not funny.
Mm-hmm.
I always laugh at my own jokes. The other people don't laugh. They just
That's a very good sign. That's a very good sign that you're not funny.
That's what I realize.
That happens to me sometimes. But I think...
No, for you, people pretend to laugh because you have money.
Wow.
So when a rich man makes any kind of joke...
No, that's even worse.
Yes. When a rich man makes a joke, we all pretend to laugh because we want to get money out of them.
So I might be there...
You think you're funny when you're not.
So I might be thinking I'm funny, kumbe.
Kumbe, you're not. Because that's the whole point.
No. I hope that's not, because that means I put myself in very hot water. Very, 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 very hot water. Yeah. It's too late to back out. It's too late. It's too late.
You're thinking twice, my guy.
The
Nah.
poster is already out.
The poster is already out.
But when it comes to creating jokes, it's possible. But someone being funny may be different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Creating jokes. And sit down and think. Most especially when it comes to roasting.
Yeah, for us to only laugh at rich people's jokes, whether it's funny.
What is the best comedy special you guys have ever watched?
Best comedy special.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell them I said it.
Who was that?
Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffin's, eh?
Eddie Griffin is funny. He is really funny.
And he started with a very... he didn't give a damn. I wanna Michelle Obama.
No way.
I'm waiting on Obama so that I'ma slide right in. What's happening, Michelle? You like comedy? Ha 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 ha.
That's crazy. He's funny. My best Eddie Griffin joke was when he was like talking about Jesus being crucified and people not believing Jesus.
Yeah.
And he's like, look, I even got the hole in my palm. He whistled through his palm. That shit was funny. That was really, really funny.
He said that they invented the shower because of Jesus.
Why?
Because he was walking on water. Like, the man was trying to shower him.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Oh, that's crazy. Who's your funniest comedian?
Locally, Daniel O'Mara.
Daniel O'Mara makes very intelligent jokes that sometimes are too intelligent for his crowd. I think Daniel O'Mara can host a...
That they are too intelligent to be funny.
No. They are really funny. They are really funny, but they're not funny when they're not funny to people who are not intelligent.
Have you heard this bar?
I had this bar. It's very weak bar. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Omara dropped
to low IQ guys, he's not funny.
the one that stuck with me. There's
Mm.
only one, but Salvador, of course, is my number one here.
Guy.
Mm.
Yeah, but he said he was in a club, and the walls were white, and he was standing, and then the chick came and as if she was trying to make a move on him. He was like, "Yo, it's trying to make a move on me," and she was like, "Oh, sorry, thought you were the exit."
Ah, shit. Okay, because it's that dark. Okay.
It's not the same.
Okay.
Yeah,
One from
so I think it was quite interesting.
Man from Mombokolo.
Was that Salvador? Was that
that was Daniel.
Daniel?
Omara,
Okay. Yeah.
Role model.
The LOL model.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
So we're going to be having Muchomo. Speaking of concerts, by the way. Mwalabye gundi the Embarra concert, Yeah Truth.
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah.
I haven't seen like the whole footage, but I saw the intro and the attendance was crazy. Crazy. So congratulations, first of all, Truth 256 and the Embarra crowd for showing so much love.
Yeah.
I hope we get the footage of that concert so we can like all enjoy it. The people who are not there, so we can fully enjoy it.
Yeah. I think it's there on YouTube.
It's on YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm going to look it up. Because my screen is so big,
Yeah. It's there on YouTube.
I might just put it on
The
and
biggest
enjoy
concert so
anything.
far from Barara this year.
Me, I was like, it was the most hip hop.
Okay.
It was, I don't know if people got me right.
Mm-hmm.
It was the most hip hop.
It was explain yourself.
It had more hip hop vibration than the other
The other guy.
rappers' concerts.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because he got on stage and he was
Because it's hip-hop,
delivering his
Okuba mtandise
flow.
okuba awutula.
Yeah, but that's facts. Because I've been to Fefe Busis. I didn't feel like it was as hip hop as it should have been, like the theme.
yeah.
Because of the music still. It goes back to the music.
What was missing
me,
with the music?
It goes back to the music. There is too much Kidandali going on.
But the guy didn't tell you that it's hip hop. He said he's a rapper.
No, I'm just talking about the event.
Did I die?
Fefe Busa has never
Talking
claimed
about
to
the
be hip hop.
event. There were
Yes.
more rappers, but it didn't feel as hip hop as the way Truth his concert did.
Yeah.
Truth started with a freestyle.
No.
With a verse.
Yeah, with the verse. And
From what song was that? Chitara.
Tara with Ru.
Chitara.
Ru, yeah.
Who had the best verse on that song, Chitara? Truth had the best verse?
Because you're understanding the language.
No, bamusasudde, bamuwadde, and Truth was here.
Yeah.
Truth was here. Yamuwaddeyo bando.
Kabaga.
Kabando is like anytime Baboon Force is talking about any hip hop shit from the West, I'm the guy. I'm the guy.
But it felt like somebody came and just rapped the hell out of themselves, and that's it.
But for me, I think it was the biggest
So you're
concert.
literally saying that
Yeah.
Truth murdered Ruyonga on Chitara. That's what you guys have just said. That's what it implies.
Yeah,
Yes. Should you start dropping names of guys who have just said?
On Chitara?
No, you're saying that's what you guys have just said.
Yeah, that's what you guys have just said.
nobody has said that.
But you said he had the
Who?
best. That
Who
you said
said?
Truth had the best verse on
Who said?
Chitara.
Who
Who
said?
said that?
He said that. Didn't you just say that?
That is, he said that.
You're saying you
And then all you guys agreed.
Nah,
Then all you guys agreed.
not really.
No, we agreed
Yeah.
about Truth's concert.
I think the next time we should get meetings because there's a lot of guys right here who are like, meetings are for kittens, guys. You're like so afraid. What happened to you? I thought you were so brave. There was a time you came out here and you were like, we're
No,
not throwing enough.
We're not afraid.
You're afraid of people.
want to
What
speak-
happened? Were you intimidated?
We want to speak.
Were you in
facts.
somebody's
See, the
basement?
thing is, I didn't understand the language,
Mm.
so it's hard for me to say this guy was a
No,
big
I'm not
rapper.
talking about that. I'm off that. I'm just talking about why are you afraid of talking about people now?
Okay, you ask us anything else and you tell
Why?
me.
I
Just
just
include
asked you
mentioning
this
names.
question right
and,
here.
and it was just telling you, you're asking who had the best.
Yes, who are the best?
And he said Truth,
Yes.
and then you went on to discuss upon that.
Okay,
We're
so for
waiting
you,
for
who
you.
won?
Ru.
Okay. Who won?
I didn't get the song properly.
Okay.
So it's hard for me to say.
Okay.
Runyankole. So I don't understand Runyankole.
I know it's sad. It's a very sad situation there.
Why are they talking about sad stuff? Rajiv, you heard about Rajiv?
I heard about Rajiv. That's another very sad story. Very, very, very sad story. It's always like, I can't imagine what it's like for a father to look at, for their son to die before them, after they have shared. Rajiv was like what, 30 what? 35 years of nurturing somebody. I can't imagine his pain. I can't imagine his pain. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family. Right? That's something tragic. Can't even explain it. I've just seen the video. You guys were showing me the video of the
accident.
of the guy rushing on the highway.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I've ever been in an accident. Luckily for me, I survived. But I know so many people that haven't survived. I
think I've also been in one.
Yeah.
Crazy
Were you the one driving?
No. It was a friend of mine. He actually sent me a message. It was like, man, we survived, but this guy is gone. So unfortunate.
You know. It's terrible. It's really, really, really terrible. Did you know Rajiv?
Not personally.
Yeah.
But I always hoped with the things he was doing for rappers at some point, shooting videos for them.
Oh, he was shooting videos for rappers.
Like he would sponsor a video. I think he's one rapper, probably, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Help them out. So I was always looking at these are the people to reach out to help artists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in that sense.
And I think I also read somewhere that he had a record label. I don't know how true that was, but yeah. I think I read somewhere that he had a record label and someone was helping him run it, and he had like a traditional artist signed, something like that.
Probably.
Yeah. So rest in peace, man.
Yeah, so
It's such a tragic ending. I was looking at those barricades because I used the same route coming from the airport. Lucky for us, it was during day.
Yeah.
But I saw them and ziri mukubo mwenyini. There's no warning sign. There's no there's nothing to show you except if you know the area. You know that there are barricades in that area. And I don't know why it has taken so long for that road to be finished, because I think even before I left, that road was like that. Like COVID time, that road was like that. It should be done by now, but the construction has taken so long. It's coming to what, 5 years of constructing this road, even longer?
The explanations of the people in charge are so basic. It's like an individual giving you reasons why their house is not yet complete, which is their personal thing. And this one is to do with the whole nation and, very busy road like that.
Yeah. And I know when you lose a person like that, that's when you begin questioning, like, why isn't this road done? Why aren't they in the signpost? Why aren't they? Like, you begin, we see so many roads that take a long time, but then you begin questioning and try to look for an answer.
Yeah.
You get me? Yeah. Yeah, but for all you guys out there, stay safe. Tupagala nnyo. Be good to each other. The things we say on this podcast are to only help people get better in their art.
Yeah.
Most of you are our friends.
Yeah.
It's okay if you no longer want to be our friends after listening to this, but just know that it's coming from a very good place. We love you. We hope to continue building with you. It's your boy GNL Zamba, and this is the Zambaland podcast with Green Amani, Mr. Edimu Collins, and behind on the cameras, you have the man from Chisoro, Mr. J. The biggest fan of Truth 256. Congratulations, Truth, by the way.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you on a podcast here with us, or your next concert, basically. Aye. Peace and love.
For
Tubagalani.
sure.
Aye.